Part 4. Charecter. Number 30. Keep giving us the ability to create a well-rounded character. Choice is a big thing in Fallout, and I would like to see more chances to make our character something other than simply good or simply evil. It's okay to give very obvious dilemmas, like in the Power of the Atom quest from Fallout 3. It's either disarm the nuke and be the town's savior, or nuke the city and get a comfy suite at Tenpenny Tower. But even better are the quests like Return to Sender from Fallout New Vegas. Even if you're a hero of the NCR, that final decision may not come so easily. For us that really like to roleplay with our character, it's important to throw us into situations where no solution is either completely right or completely wrong. It makes us question our values and what we are willing to do in order to survive. These decisions also affect our gameplay, new friends, new enemies, and all the repercussions that have come from the choices we've made. Number 31. Rethink some of the perks. All the perks we've seen in Fallout can be helpful in one way or the other, but I think it's time we admitted that some of these can be retired, or at least reworked for the next game. Radiation resistance is almost pointless when you have a good supply of Radaway, or you can just stay away from radiated areas in general, which, when you count up all the locations in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, are really not that many. Another one is Light Step. It's a great perk for what it does, but how many times have you accidentally stepped on a landmine in all of your hours of playing Fallout? It's time for these perks to either shape up or ship out. Number 32. Keep giving us more challenge-based perks. These perks are another new addition of Fallout that I really enjoy. They offer a lot of replay value and some great satisfying challenges. One new addition I would add, assuming this isn't already happening and I just haven't noticed, would be to have our companions' work play into these challenges as well. For example, if Boone picks off his Curatron, have that add to our tally for the Demise of the Machines challenge. Number 33. Better use of high perception. Even at 10 perception, I still find that enemies don't show up on my HUD until I'm at least 10 feet away from them. As a matter of fact, maybe change the indicators for enemies altogether, something a little more informative than just red blips on a compass. Number 34. A better running or sprinting system. I've been told that they've improved running for Skyrim, but just find a way to make it better for the next game of Fallout. Also, let people know that you can holster your weapon and move faster. I'm not sure if everyone knows about that. Number 35. Let us start a new game right after the Make a Character sequence, rather than go through the whole intro. The older Fallouts had the right idea here. From the moment we start the game, let us decide who our character is going to be. I know this wouldn't work for brand new players who have never used the special system or don't know how stats work in Fallout, so keep the intro for the first playthrough, and then the following times allow us to jump right into the start of the game. Number 36. More lingering effects from drug addiction or radiation poisoning. This may be better left to hardcore mode, but I don't think there should be a scenario where you're suffering from massive radiation poisoning, get treated by a doctor, and then be fine the next second. Number 37. Have luck be a better skill. Not only should it give us better criticals, but I think we should have a better chance of finding loot in containers, and have a better chance that the enemy's gun will jam or misfire. Number 38. Better use of the stealth skill. Maybe I'm not good, but I've never felt that a maxed out stealth skill is working to my advantage. I usually end up just using stealth boys, or skip the act of sneaking around altogether. One reason I think this happens is that with these modern 3D Fallout games, it's all action all the time. The only time I really find I ever use stealth is to steal from other NPCs. Number 39. Bring back getting a new perk at every level. As much as I love New Vegas, I think the previous Fallouts had the right idea of getting a new perk at every level. There's something about getting a new upgrade or a new ability that makes it such an awesome achievement. It's like getting a new toy that we can play and mess around with, and will make us work even harder to get the new one at the next level. But after reading the comments online about perks in Fallout 3, I have to admit there is a problem. It's just too much too soon. We go from Explorer of the Wasteland to Walking Death Machine before half the game is over. My solution would be to keep the perks at each level, but scale back the low-level ones so we still get a good challenge throughout most of the game. Number 40. Figure out what to do with the survival skill. It seems that outside of hardcore mode, the skill is kinda useless. Sure, we can make some great wasteland omelet or fire ant fricassee, but those are no better than a good old-fashioned stim pack in terms of healing the player. Another reason not to use it is that the majority of the time, I simply don't have any of the ingredients to make any of the recipes. Either rework the skill so it has a more important role outside of hardcore mode, or just transfer its effects into guns, medicine, and repair skills. Number 41. Combine the unarmed and melee skills. According to the Fallout Wiki, the unarmed skill is a combination of endurance and luck, while the melee weapon skill is a combination of strength and luck. So one could say that the two skills could be independent of each other, but let's say I'm making my character into a brawler, be it unarmed or melee. I'm already going to load up my points in a strength, agility, and endurance, and maybe a little luck, so I don't see why we have to make this split decision when it's pretty obvious what character we're trying to go for. Number 42. Allow us to be different races, such as ghoul, super mutant, and possibly android. This could allow us to have a whole different batch of preset perks from the outside of the game. As a ghoul, radiation wouldn't make us sick, but rather heal us. Super mutants would have much better strength and endurance. But along with these positives, we would also have to deal with the negatives. Humans, for the most part, would not greet us with open arms. In fact, many would shoot us on sight. There would also be factions within our own race that we would have to deal with. Letting us see the wasteland through these different perspectives could create a whole new experience for the player.